Now, KTBS 3 News continues.
Well, even though the sun is shining and it's warming up a little outside today, the Red Cross is still doing everything they can to make sure that people are safe and warm. Joined right now by C.W. Ryder. He is the job director with North Louisiana Red Cross. He's joining us via Zoom. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I know that there were warming shelters open last night in Caddo Parish and in DeSoto Parish as well. Did you get a big turnout?
So there was a huge turnout in DeSoto Parish. DeSoto is doing well with Mansfield. They had partners there helping us with that. They also had a lot of people at Stonewall in DeSoto Parish. In Caddo Parish, not so much. We are there. We're at the Ag Center. It's a great property to support people with heat, food, safety. But unfortunately, we didn't receive anybody. But we're still open. We're there right now, and we're still available to assist.
I actually called the 211 number last night because I saw someone sitting on a bus stop. I saw someone else just wandering around. Why aren't people getting to these warming centers?
And this is just my thought, but with cell phones dying, maybe they don't realize they can look up and find where we are. So we're really out there pushing the messages, social media. As we see people, we're notifying them because we have vehicles moving in and out constantly, resupplying throughout the state of Louisiana. But we're headquartered right here in Shreveport because most of the damage was here in the north.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Ouachita is going through quite a difficult time right now. They've got 86,000 people there still without power, but they also have hundreds of stranded motorists right now on I-20 near Ruston and Monroe, near that Arcadia area. You're also assisting in that, Red Cross is.
Yes, ma'am. So as soon as we saw that happen last night, the state troopers worked with Bossier Parish to get a request in, and the Wildlife and Fisheries showed up with their trucks, and we began to load cots until I think about close to midnight, cots and blankets. So we have contributed. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to get there because the roads are blocked, but we'll continue to contribute in any way, and we'll use our partners to get it to where it needs to be.
I spoke with a person there in that area, and she said that a lot of people are choosing to stay in their car, CW. Is that surprising to you?
In a way, it's surprising because I know fuel is also low right now, and they may not have enough to get home. But I also understand this from the safety aspect. They can lock everything up. If they have children, they'll keep them warm. They'll have everything where, and they get to sit with their vehicles so no one else is going to break in.
Okay.
So I guess I can understand it from that standpoint. But we're willing to help, and we always have security. Right. With law enforcement at all of our facilities.
So we know, yes, dial 211 if you need help, but you also need volunteers. They can go to your Facebook page to get the link for that?
Yes, ma'am. We can go to our Facebook page, and we can get you signed up in just a few minutes, and we can have you fully trained, and you can start helping people in less than half a day. We'll take whatever you have as a skill. We'd love to have you come out and support. And if you can only answer phones, then we have phones ringing. We'll take that as well.
All right, CW, thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, we are still under a yellow weather alert for tonight because, well, we had all that moisture. We had all that melting from all that moisture that fell from the sky as sleet, freezing rain, snow, a little bit of snow, and ice. And so now, tonight, well, there could be fog, freezing fog in the area starting around 8 or 9 p.m. So be careful out there. Even in areas that are clear, watch for the possibility of a glaze that could be the remnants of fog on the ground. That'll be for tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Here's I-20, as Brenda was talking about, this I-20 heading eastbound towards Arcadia, all the way out from areas of Gippsland, and from there beyond that to near Minden. There's Minden. If you're driving eastbound from Minden tonight, you'll definitely encounter some of those traffic woes that they are having out there. Of course, they had their fair share out that direction in northern parishes of ice and snow and freezing rain and sleet. The snow aspect of it was a little bit lighter. The ice, of course, it was definitely up there to some cases 1+ inches of ice and freezing rain. Now, as far as power outages, those are still going on fairly strong. We have over there near Ruston, out towards Monroe, out into areas like Lincoln Parish. The power outages over there right now, we're talking 2.25%. You look over towards Bienville Parish, we're around 27%. And then just to the east of there and out towards Lincoln Parish, we're at about half. All right, so here we go. This evening for the rest of the night, it is going to get colder. Temperatures in the 30s right now. We're going to be heading on into probably around 37 degrees by 7. We'll be at freezing by 9, and that's when we could start to see a little bit of fog developing by 10 p.m. around 31 degrees and continuing to fall from there. So remember that if you are heading east, although the storms are gone, we may encounter out on I-20 a little bit of ice still here in Shreveport, Bossier, DeSoto Parish, 3's Tower Cam Live there. There's still a little bit of wetness on the road, so be cautious because that will end up refreezing tonight. And where it's clear, where the roads look dry and there's fog, no, that fog is just not damp. It is going to be icy. Now then, as far as Interstate 49 at the moment, downtown Shreveport in the background there, we're looking pretty good, but we have some high thin clouds rolling in this evening, and temperatures at this time are primarily in the mid to upper 30s. Now that little batch of cloud cover is going to roll through here, and then we'll see some clearing overnight, but the clouds are going to be kind of in and out over the next couple of days. One reason is this: we've got the next front to the north of us, and that's spinning up into the areas around the northeast, and that's going to bring in a backdoor cold front our way for the weekend, and that's going to cause a little bit of trouble by then. But in the meantime, by Thursday, there is a little bit of dampness, possibility of a little bit of wet weather around here during the day Thursday, but then Thursday night and into Friday, that might turn into some patchy areas of snow flurries over east of Minden and out towards Ruston and beyond, and it'll probably be a little bit worse for folks over towards Mississippi. They'll probably get a little bit heavier out that way. Around here, though, it looks like things are going to be pretty nice for our Saturday ahead, especially in the afternoon on Saturday. Temperatures, of course, are going to be struggling to make their way back up to around 50 degrees for tomorrow, and then on into Thursday, we start out the day with some 30s and we wind up into the 50s. And what about Thursday night into Friday? Well, here comes that next cold front. Although by Friday afternoon we'll be in the 30s, winds are also going to be howling from the north and northeast at about 15 to 20, and that's going to make it feel even colder out there. Mostly sunny for today. We've made it into those upper 30s and low 40s tonight, back down to the 20s with fog. And then in the 7-day forecast, we've got 40s returning on Friday, probably some 30s too, though, and 30s Saturday, back into the 40s Sunday with sunshine. And those overnight temperatures that we thought we would be done with, well, not quite yet. Friday night, Saturday night, back down near 20 degrees out there. Brenda?
Can someone close the back door so we don't get that second system?
Yes, those backdoor cold fronts, they are something else, but it was anticipated, and here it is. The fog, a little trickier, freezing fog is, and that's why we have the yellow weather alert still for that fog out there tonight, and also black ice, because some melt is going to still cause some problems. But yeah, when you think you're going to have a nice weekend, it's kind of, sort of, but not really.
Close the door. Thank you, Brian.
All right.
Well, we are now in that next phase of this winter storm, and that's the waiting for the power to be fully restored and the ice to thaw. Our Riley Curry has left Marshall, Texas, and has traveled I-20 to Wascom, Texas, to give us an update on the roadways as you travel. Riley, how does it look between Marshall and Greenwood?
Hi, Brenda. It's looking pretty good. The sun came out this afternoon, melted some of that ice away and turned it into slush. So it's still chilly. We're still feeling that Arctic air a little bit because of the wind, but it is looking good so far. We did leave Marshall and now we are in Wascom, Texas. The I-20 route to Marshall from Marshall to here was pretty clear for the most part, but the exits are messy and those side roads are a little messy as well. We stopped to talk to a traveler at a gas station off of exit 635.
Yeah, I was coming up from Houston, heading out to Shreveport for work, and the whole drive up here from Nacogdoches all the way up here is pretty much iced out. Most things are closed. Most of the roads are not drivable. I would say take the roads that you know, and whatever it looks like a clear path, go ahead and stay on it if you are going to travel.
We did see some way stations closed on the way here. I-20 is looking pretty good, but there are some like ice patches, specifically in that left lane. We did also see some vehicles pulled over on shoulders on our way here, but overall, people are traveling, but we urge people to be cautious as they're coming up and down the interstate. In Wascom, I'm Riley Curry reporting with KTBS 3 News. Back to you, Brenda.
You've been all over. You've been in Marshall. You've been in Wascom, Greenwood. We're happy to have you back home safely. Thank you, Riley.